Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back yet in the colony section yet again for more ways to skin a cat. It's a cursor map that is a blatant copy of another one, but it's supposed to have fixed a few things, making it possible to do some alternate strategies. And I like me some alternate strategies, so let's give it a go. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what we have to do. Lovely, lovely stuff. I'm going to forget where all of the good stuff is. Lorem ipsum. Is this thing on? Well, first I want to thank those who went before me. We all stand on the shoulders of giants. Without them, we would not be where we are. So my kindergarten teacher, whose name I've forgotten, thank you. Oh wait, so we're here to kill a creeper. So let's start there. And then going over, this is basically the same map as it was before, but there's some new code on it, which allows you to do alternate strategies better, supposedly. So let's give it a go. And they do say it's easy to take a not easy, it's as easy to take a 350 as it is to take a 50 when the creeper cap is hit. So for instance, if creeper cap gets hit, you can sort of go into the darkness and take the darkness over before you take over, say, the weak ones at the top. Which is cool. But I don't think I'm going straight into the darkness. I think my goal will be to take over this left side. I remember last time I did the map, I definitely came around the top, went all the way, and did all of that stuff. I think my goal will actually be to take over this left side. I want to take over this left side first, and I think that's the goal. So we're going to come down here, get over here, try and take this out, and then move from there. Maybe move up into the 350s if we're still not at creeper cap, but we have to wait and see. There's the AC. I was like, I don't know where my AC is to start, but there it is. So let's get the show on the road. Let's turn on our lovely map indicator. Wah. I was going to say, let me try and learn where some of these nullifiers are, but unfortunately, there's creep around them, so I don't know where the nullifiers are anyway. So that's okay, that's okay. I do know coming for this one, this is a lot of goodness. This is a lot of goodness. We're going to have to sort of come around the top. The bottom might be too bad. Get this to come to get this one. I don't know. Very excited to see how it is with the fixed things. Ooh, 500 energy to start. That's kind of nice. Always a nice thing to see when you have energy to start, and we need to just move our butts, right? We need to move our butts, get this. Ooh, wow. It's weird seeing a cursor that is on immediately. That's such a rarity. Most of the time you have to wait like 5 or 10 seconds for the cursor to actually activate. So I really like the fact that the cursor was on right away. Here we go. We're getting our things. We're moving them along. We're singing our song, and yeah, we're just sort of spreading that AC around, right? The more AC we have spread out, the better we are. We hit that. Is there anything else? I want to save this, of course. We want to save up here. Now the problem is, of course, now the base is going to be running at a huge deficito, and they're really... Ooh, top corner. There we go. Definitely want to get up there, so let's move our butts up. I did miss a breeding cycle. That's A-okay. Let's just hold the pass, so to speak. Grab up here. There we go. Just hold that pass. That feels pretty good, and we can start moving our butt over here to save this area too, right? I mean, thankfully, this area is not too bad to save. This area up here is going to be quite a ways harder, but that's A-okay. We're still not at creeper cap, so we have a ways to go. We're still just hoping to defend this, and this is honestly super easy because that's a super babby emitter. Right? It's basically a non-entity. The real things that we want to concern ourselves with are just defending over here while power gets sort of kicked on, right? While our power gets going. The urn port is active, which is very, very cool. So our units will get stronger as time goes on. I don't know how strong they're officially going to get. Because, I mean, there's only so much strength. But we are approaching creeper cap, which is exciting as well. Being at... I don't want you to die. I don't want you to die. I mean, if they can hold, that'd be kind of cool, right? If we could just hold a couple of cool places, that sounds pretty good to me. We did at least get that Canaan built up over here. We've built up pretty much everything. Yeah, I don't think we can save this one, unfortunately. The creep is just too much, but we are at that glorious creeper cap. So theoretically, the more we kill from these sides, the more we'll pool up here, but this is also the easier area to take. And that's entirely the goal. So now that we're at this creeper cap, hopefully we'll hit some sort of equilibrium up over here. Actually, where's the greener? There's greener there. Okay. So there's none up here. Okay, good. So if we take this, that also gives us access to green art for the Dark Tower, which is very, very cool. And yeah, we're just able to start moving. We're out of the Deficito already, which is, I mean, of course, lovely. We have a good uh, amount of base already taken, right? I mean, we have good coverage over here, I should say, you know, which is fantastic. Fantastic. And yeah, we're able to hopefully move our... Ooh, I didn't even realize we were going to get those totems. Yeah, getting these totems is pretty huge. If we can get this one active, we may have to... Okay. I want this totem active too. That would be amazing. So how do we do that? Is it just waiting on Greenar, or is it... Do we need to put down another tower somewhere? It's a little spooky, because I would love that. If we could just get this totem active, that looks like it would be just lovely, right? Just lovely. It doesn't look like we're able to push in there. Oh, come on, just push in just enough, just to get the... Yes, there it is. That's what we needed. We needed this tower. It's getting built. You're going to see some lift coming in. Boom, boom, and that's active. Glorious. Awesome. That's what I want to do. Activate those totems. That way we have a connection point. We got an Objectivo, which is great. I mean, you can't argue with that. But the real key is that should be much safer now, and we're just coming over here. Our butts are going to be good. And hopefully with those totems activated, that'll just, A, cause safety. And safety is good. You know, we are all about that safety here. Safety first, against the creep. And yeah, let's just take this top area. So this will be raining down. We're going to want this. We're going to want this. Again, we are at creeper cap. Need some of these to be built up before we move on. Of course. We do have some nullification going on. Always a good time. The creep is, you know... Ooh. There we go. Just once they're built, we're kind of fine. As we can see, it is pretty high over here, right? It is pretty high over here. But I do remember, I think it was this side that had some pretty good unites. So, ooh, and we have a much better connection point for power. So that's also very good. Ooh, I want that mortar. Yeah, see, we're already coming down. We're getting some more units. So this should help us expand a Landa, maybe take out some sides, and hopefully take out some of the bigger ones. We're not going for the biggest ones, but just getting some of the bigger ones feels pretty good to me. And it's just a lot of land, right? We're just going to be getting a lot of land on our side. Honestly, I really like how this is already going, right? We're already taking some pretty good land masses. I don't know what the change... Ooh, wow, look at this. They've even pushed to this one. Holy moly, that's like doubly good for us. Yeah, keep everything going, keep everything spreading, and yeah, I guess just the updates to the packs made this possible, because I do remember this map to a degree where I was like, oh, this side is exactly what I wanted to do, but it didn't really seem feasible at the time, at least, and now it seems like it's definitely manageable to be making our way up these sides, do these things, move towards the enemy, of course, and just take out quite a lot of ground on this side of the map, not taking the easy route. You know, we're not taking that route that's just, okay, you do this, you're you know, it's a little bit easier, No, we're going straight to the mid-game, if it were. I don't know anymore. But yeah, we'll hold these. We'll get these powered. Start to get these going. Let's make sure this mortar is safe. There we go. That feels just so good. Feels like we have a really good foothold already. So this is what I wanted, and this is what I wanted first, right? Once we take these two, I would love to take this, because I think we would have, A, enough pressure from both sides coming in, and B, I think we would have a good amount of land for our cursor to be able to sort of destroy quite a bit. Now, the thing that we also need to consider is, where are the units, right? I think there were a good amount of units just right in this zone. So if we start moving up, I think we might be able to get a couple of units starting to spawn over here, and then we'll be able to move out from there. So hopefully, again, holding everything, keeping it ours, keeping it lovely. And yeah, see, we're getting just, I mean, it doesn't seem like much, but 3 units can go a very long way, 4 even more. And I'm assuming, yeah, 5, yeah, this is looking pretty decent. One thing I was hoping for was a connection point right over here, just to speed up that power transfer. Again, power transfer is importante, of course. It is how we transfer said power. And we're also cutting off. We're doing a little cutoff right here, which is nice, right? It's not, oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Get 2 cannons, 2 mortars right at the cutoff. That's beautiful. And yeah, we can start really pushing in. There's a pylon there, which I don't think that's going to connect up to any other pylon, but you know what? Hey, to each their own, to each their pylon. But yeah, look at that. These cannons, these mortars, they're going to do some serious work, especially as we go for the 200 every 0.5 second emitter right off. This is essentially our first one. I don't really count the one that is in your base that essentially just dies to nothing. That really isn't even an emitter to me. But this one is definitely an emitter, right? This is an emitter worth our salt. No. All right. I wanted to look down to see how the breeding ground was doing below us. Oh man, we're just taking this too. I didn't even really have to work for this one, so I guess I'll take it. But I want at least one of these freaking cannons on. Come on. There we go. Let's do some serious work here. Hopefully this is where like the nullifier is, because that's a nice open area right next to it. No, it's not. Shame. Oh, there's the we found the nullifier. Beautiful stuff. Don't care about anything else. All we care about is getting this nullifier operational. We probably could have protected that cannon. Doesn't matter to me anymore. It's this nullifier that I care about. So it's the nullifier that I'm gonna go for, right? We're just gonna worry about the nullifier. Get this turned off, which is lovely. And bazinga bazonga, we now have a nullifier. We're getting, again, more cannons on the go. More mortars shooting everywhere. I mean, look, even up here they're doing good. They're just doing good everywhere. And this is just going to give us so much land, so much power, so much love. There's the nullification that we already desired. It happened. It hit. We're moving over. We're taking some land. We're still at creeper cap 2, which is perfect, right? We want to be at this cap. We want to be abusing cap, in essence. It might even be worth it to start going for the big ones, right? So if we can start making our way into here now these are the biggest ones, right? We've taken out a pretty good threat. We have a good amount of land. Like, can we actually push into this is the question. Do we have the cursor power tied with the unit power? It does look like we kind of do. Let's keep this area ours and let them sort of spread out naturally. Again, one other thing that's very cool is because we're at creeper cap, units themselves are also sort of expanding. So that's also pretty exciting. And yeah, we're pushing closer. I hope there's... I don't know. I probably should have looked to see where... I know there's a beacon over here, right? We can see that. I was hoping for a beacon over here, and it looks like we got it, which is awesome as well, right? We're getting a bunch of units. We're getting a beacon. Oh, it's perfect. This will also get us a bunch of energy. So we're able to push basically everywhere we kind of want. And it's a nice little touch. Yeah, there we go. We're already pushing in. Another beacon is being created, which is a little overkill. It's a little close to the others, but that's okay. That's okay. Thankfully, I believe we are basically at cap for our units as well. So that's exciting. Our units being at cap, being at the Urn port. So our Urn port is maximizing their range. It's maximizing their pushing potential. And yeah, we're just starting to work down this creep. Ooh, let it go, let it go. Just a couple more units, a couple more. I'm assuming once we get up here, just no. Ah, yeah, we held it. Lots of mortars coming down. Very cool. A couple of cannons. Very nice. The mortars are going to do some serious work. I am actually shocked we are not out of creeper cap yet. That is actually mind-blowing to me right now. I figured at this point, now is when we'd be, not in the cap zone. I'm not upset that we're not. Don't get me wrong. It's just a surprise, and we're getting more mortars. We're getting more things. The real thing right now is I need to find the next beacon. Right, this next beacon. We're finding mortars, which is great, and I want to keep them alive, of course. But of course, without a beacon, we got nothing. Right? We got no. It's interesting that it's coming this. Oh wait, there's one over there. Didn't even see it. It was like in space almost, right? It's like half in, half out. I know they can fly. I didn't even think that it would be put like on the edge. So we have much greater connection points. This Canaan is gonna be lovely, lovely stuff, and we should probably get the first of the big nullifiers going on, which is going to be a huge win. So we're just gonna focus on this nullifier, focus on this beacon, focus on this Canaan, and start working our butt up. Ooh, I think we've finally done it. If you notice, in the bottom left, it's not... Okay, well, now it's hitting off. It wasn't hitting off for a little while, which is a surprise. See, like right now, it's not going off. So we're actually at, essentially, equilibrium. There are elements, I believe every 30 seconds is probably when it'll go off. But we have gotten one of the big emitters on the go. And now, every 30 seconds, it will hit off because the breeding cycle. So in just a few seconds, you'll actually see it go off, probably. That would be my guess. So let's see. Oh, it doesn't even go off anymore. We have so much land that it's no longer going off. That's both exciting and scary. So so we are now out of the equilibrium, which is good, but it also means that we can now take everything, right? So I do want to hold up there, but I think now that we're out of this, let's make sure this is turned off, right? Let's officially take things, right? Let's take this, because if we take this, then we're just doing fine. Because again, see how they're not hitting off anymore? So now that they're not hitting off anymore, now we just want to take anything we can get. I probably lost like a beacon up there. I'm okay with that. Because now this is going to be turned off. This is going to be turned to ours. That's just going to get us more Landia for ourselves. And stop them from essentially breeding, right? Breeding down here. This is now going to be ours. It's going to be ours forever. It's beautiful. It's lovely. And yeah, we did lose a beacon, but that's okay. That's okay. Now that we're over here, I mean, I guess we can start to connect up the side. Maybe take this next. But let's just see. We have a lot of beacons. I would love to actually connect up, right? Connect up the one side to the other. Because look at where, like, the power has to come from the, like, opposite side of the frickin' world for this. So if we can start to take this out, get some more units placed in here, get some power from the main area to this side, I think that's just going to be good for business. It's going to be good for building things. It's going to be good for... just everything involved. So let's try and cut this off. Ooh, I've got a mortar there. That's kind of nice. I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. And I think we may have done. I think this might be the power that I was talking about. Doesn't look like they're using it. So it might be because there aren't pylons. Maybe the pylon system is faster. But we shall see. Are we close to any other gains? See, this whole area taken just because we took those two. This area up here, so that's a 150. We have two 150s, a 100, and a 50. This 50 is essentially nothing to us now. Nothing at all. We don't care about a 150. But again, at the same time, now that we've hit that spot where we're at an equilibrium again. We may as well just start taking any land we can, right? I mean, if we can come over here and just take this easily, right? This is going to just empower our cursor. So I don't know what the most effective way to go is because it would take us a little while, but we would probably get to this eventually, right? Or we can take this entire top right corner and that will just get us more land. It'll get us more power. And more power seems like it's going to be more good right now. Now, I do need some units over here in order to take this. That's the one thing that I'm currently worried about is I'm not seeing any units being built. But if we have just a few units over here, we should be able to start pushing this out. So, where are my units? This is a big old flat land, and there are no frickin' units here. This is actually a little worrisome to me. Because, I mean, we need some cannons. We need some mortars. I thought this area would be very easy to take. I mean, it is deep, don't get me wrong. I mean, as you can see, it is fighting back pretty hard. It is very deep. So, that's scary. But it's not going to be reinforced anywhere near this as much as this 350, right? So the thought process was, if we just get a foothold here, we can start to take this. But I mean, it doesn't seem like they want to give us any units on this side. Units everywhere, not a drop to drink. Please, give me some cannons. Give me some mortars. I wish I could see where they were. You know, I'm going to let that fall and just look. I'm just going to look. Because if I don't find any units, what's the point, right? I mean, where are these units? What are they doing? How are we supposed to take this without... I mean, I guess if we had a foothold early, it wouldn't be too bad because this wouldn't have gotten this deep. But I figured this would be sprawling with units, right? I don't think that's just a couple, you know? I was not expecting to see 0... Okay, so there's our first actual unit that we have found. And 1 is a start. 1 is a start. This is going to give us the potential. So, this 1 unit with this, is that enough? No. We're still in a very terrible place, even with 1 unit. But we will be able to build 1 unit. Like, we can easily hold this. And 1 mortar shooting is actually going to help. It might not seem like it, but it will indeed help a fair bit. Because, again, these are fully upgraded mortars in essence. That's the best way to look at them, because the earn port is active. The earn port is working for us. And if this starts shooting, it will just start draining large chunks of creep from this area. As you can see, also, the creep on the entire map is diminishing. We're down to 6.6, which is pretty good for us as well. And we're not losing ground over there. We did lose some of the ground that we've taken, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. It's more of a nuisance for us. But now you can actually see we're actually starting to hold a bit more. You know, these mortars on that side shooting are able to drain a bit more. We're starting to gain some more. Let's take a look again. Holy moly, it's so big here. It is so big. Wow. I don't know the best way. Maybe, I mean, we could take that. That'd be pretty good to take. It's right there. Oh no, now I'm convincing myself of other things. Such a waste of time. You know, sometimes you're like, I thought this had a lot more units. And if this had just any unit, if we just had like 3 cannons and 2 mortars, you know, something like that to hold, that would be easy. We're going to come over here. We're going to take this. This is free, basically. And then this is going to allow us to push to a high ground very easily. High ground, always the good ground, right? You know, the creep has a very hard time taking it. We have a very easy time holding it. So this will get us a lot of land. Unfortunately, they aren't wanting to take this back, so let's just prevent that. No. This is mine now. Thank you. And yeah, just a little bit. This is a lot more land gained for a little bit of effort. So this is where I should have started. I really wanted that top side, though. I really thought we could have taken that very easily. I thought there would have been units. I thought there were units. Being able to see where the units are ahead of time does make all the difference. I will admit, it would have been very nice if I could have seen that. Because, again, it would make sense. We're landing over here. We need a landing party, right? A landing party of units. That's very important for us. And we just didn't get one. We did not get one, right? If we had a landing party like this on the other side, this right here would be perfect. It would hold. We would be able to fight things. It would start draining the creep. We'd be able to expand, take that 50 super easily. And just the world would be our oyster in that point in time. And you can see, I mean, we're able to very easily take all of this, right? Very easily. We're on the high ground. We're taking it. They're going to start shooting down more and more and more. They keep taking that, just that, like, nubbin, which is annoying. Let's take the rest of this high ground. Let's just protect that high ground a little bit more this time. Protect this over a bit. And yeah, we can get this 150 emitter super easily compared to everything else. So I guess we should do that. Right? Let's take out the big emitter. Let's take out this as well. That's going to breed in a second, which is problematic. Not the end of the world, more problematic. Just, it is what it is. It's breeding right now. As you can see, some of the creep is going up and up and up, but we're able to hold a fair bit. Now, taking this before this, I don't... Oh, jeez. Ooh, I actually got a Canaan there. That's kind of nice. I just want to hold this here. Just let this sort of expand naturally. Get a big ol' amount of AC. And just hold at least half. If we can hold half of this, I am very happy. Because then we're preventing the breeding in a large area. This should also push back, which is nice. And then that should get us a little bit more pressure. I would love to get a tower. Again, I just don't know where the things are that let us take things. Like, where's the tower that connects down there? I don't know. The nullifier down here is coming, though. So I'm just pushing against... I'm pushing against the grain. I'm pushing against things I shouldn't be pushing against. I will take it from this side, I suppose, because this will bring the tower down. It's just the not knowing of where things are going to be built. That is probably the hardest thing in these maps, of which there are not very many. Cursor maps they are few and far between these days. I am looking forward to finishing off all of Tricky's maps, very much so. But again, they are coming essentially to an end. So cursors be gone in essence. So, I mean, look at all these units, right? Why couldn't that have been a landing party? That would have been lovely. That would have been lovely. Oh, but no, we did not get that, unfortunately. And now we have power connection to the bottom, which is going to give us everything we needed, right? This will give us that mortar back, which keeps dying. So thank you, mortar. You've done your service. You have died for the cause over and over again. And now we have this. We'll be able to, hopefully, be able to take this probably from the left side versus the bottom side. That way we can get some power in here, have the AC flow, push everything back out, and then we can actually build some units over here. That's the exciting thing. There we go. We get this Canaan. There's a Canaan over here somewhere, which we should be able to get as well. And once we get the two of those, this area should be secured. I'm actually surprised. I thought there was a Canaan. Like, right, yeah, there it is. I was like, where are you, Canaan? You should be coming on up, and you should be built. Beautiful. Another area secured. So, again, we're just working down that creep, which is great. Getting this on our side. We'll let this sort of expand itself again. We'll work on another area. Over here seems pretty decent. It looks like a big flat area. Big flat areas excite me, because it should mean there's a lot of units. There's not necessarily a lot, but let's just see what happens once we take it. Right, we got one Canaan, we got one mortar. I would love to get to this again. Just get all the breeding zones under our control. That way, we're just able to fight that much easier. We don't really need any more lift deck, which is nice. We have plenty, of course. And yeah, I mean, this should be a very easy take. Because, as you can see, we can just work our way in. Boop, there we go. We have done it. Success, success, success. I'm just going to leave this here, let this expand out from this spot so it breeds, and then we can just move along. Probably move along the edge, take up here, because there's some over there that's a problem. So we do have some problematic pieces. Again, we've taken this. There wasn't really anything to defend this, though, right? Maybe the defense of this is on the opposite side. Maybe it's up here. I guess the map is designed from the other direction, coming this way initially. So with that design in mind, I could see that there being not as many to defend it on the bottom side versus the top, because it's more of a push. But still, I mean, I don't know. I want more units. I just want more units. We're working with them. Again, we are. Ooh, this is gonna be a nice little unit set. It's so wild. It's like some areas are just cluttered and clustered with units, right? All of these units coming in, they're gonna do some amazing work. And then you'll go through dead zones like this, right? Just a dead zone. There's no units there. It's like, you know, you only have so many, and that's okay. That's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's just you want more. You always want more. You want to build more. You want to take more. You need more, because they aren't just friends. They are your countrymen. They are, you know, everything we want. So I'm assuming taking this whole high ground area is just going to be good for business. It should honestly probably take that naturally. As you can see, the mortars are just raining down and destroying down there. And yeah, look at all of these units. So this is a monster of a amount of units that we are gaining. We're able to push this out super duper easily. Again, this is a 150, so it's one of the quote-unquote easier ones at this point in time. We're able to take all of this. Taking to the top might be a bit hectic at the moment, but it shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. Again, over here, we're still just holding. Everything's just holding just fine. Just want to check that out real fast. Should have checked it out while paused, but hey, you know, it's not the be-all, end-all. We're able to start taking huge amounts of land now, and that actually gets us to the top with some units. See, an assault force. We land at the top, we get some units. That's the way it should be. That's how you want it. That's how you need it. And this is going to be super dead then. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, we already see the nullifier go down. 2 nullifiers go down, which is lovely, seeing both of those. Once we get just these cannons up, once we get like a mortar up, and once we build a nullifier so it doesn't just die if creep touches it, I am out of here. That area will be able to sort itself out. We'll keep our butt moving and take over the rest of the map, right? That's a 100. 100. So that's one of the not stronger ones. I mean, I guess it's the second strongest on the map now. So I guess it is technically one of the stronger ones. It's not a 350. That's a 50 down there. I want to take a look. Has this been draining at all? Is this still just as big? Okay. It does look like it has shrunk, or the AC over here has grown. I guess that's another potential. Because it's still quite a lot. You still need the units to work it down, right? Our AC can easily carve through it, but it's not enough to sort of hold it, right? Like look how easily we can go through it. But if we were to remove our AC generation, well, we can't hold it, right? I mean, you can see it's starting to curve in behind us back here. So yeah, we have the ability to destroy and carve. We just don't have the ability to officially take by itself. Again, that's what the units are for. That's what you need these, just clearing up the sides, making sure you can keep pushing forward. And that's why that one assault down below did not work out as intended. But. Taking the center is a good thing, and something I wanted. Like, I kind of want to take as much of the center as possible. I would have liked to have gotten to that. But I think taking what we took, we actually are basically done with the Dark Tower. You know, we have a good foothold in there, and the Dark Tower will be taken, in essence, right? So, by doing what we did, I'm pretty happy, because now we're just gaining more power to fight against the big one, right? Because once they are no longer a cap, you know, you have no advantage over those big ones. So, something blew up somewhere. It was being built at the time, though, so that's okay. And yeah, just a couple of mortars, a couple of cannons. It helps you push so much. So much. Let's get this nullifier on the go. Ooh, we actually lost something. This beacon got lost. Interesting. Okay, so we're actually losing a little bit of ground. Not too much. Oh my gosh, look at all of those things being built, though. Yeah, we lost the nullifier for a second, but once these get built, they'll be able to hold, right? See, even just us leaving up here, it seemed everything was fine. They are able to take it back without without those units. But once we have the units, it's so different. So, like, oh my gosh, we are now just super carving through this, though. I mean, look at this. This is... The power that we gain by taking that top left side is superb. Superb. They are able to fight a little bit against us, but not too bad. Just paint the world as you see it. We'll be able to take all of the things. And if we can just take this out before the next breeding cycle, that's just another large element to winning, right? It's just another safety net on our side. I think, honestly, after a certain point, this area will just be cleared. Like, if we take this top half, this will be cleared by AC and units, right? The units and the AC will clear it. Because they'll just work it down. They're going to do more than 50 creep a second. Or 100 creep a second, I should say. Ooh, throat's a little dry. I apologize. I'm sorry. Get a couple of these mortars. Get a couple of these cannons. Push it out. Hold it in. And yeah, just... that's good. Get that cannon. That'll be beautiful. I want this side, though. I want this breeding for us, because that will be sort of... if we can get it so it's at equilibrium, and we hold that, we win. Right? Easy days. But, of course, we want power to connect up to it. We want everything over there. Yes. So you're just getting these two. Very excited just to get these two. And this should be us taking this now as well. For the next breeding cycle, of course. Boop, boop, boop. Breed for me. And just a couple cannons, a mortar, a sprayer. I think that's more than enough. Again, this area will now just take itself, right? I'm sure if we look at it now, so much less than it once was. So much less. I mean, that's not even funny. So, ooh, this is even pushed into here as well. So, double victory, right? Now, we can already start to take some of this, which probably would have been beneficial earlier, but that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Now that we're taking this will essentially be the death knell of this side, too. Everything is going for us. You can see this is actually just winning on its own right because of the mortars on the other side. So we're just in supreme cleanup duty now. All of the cleanup. I think there is a way to do this. Maybe you don't take the left side. Maybe you don't take as much of the left side and you focus on this right side like you do. Like you take just to like here and then you come for this with a little bit extra power and you can take the entire center. I don't know if that's more beneficial. It might be. Just because, you know, you get this breeding for you. You're holding off the 350 emitter. Oh, look at that. I mean, look at how easy that's pushing in. Like, that's just taking everything and giving nothing. Movie quotes. Alright, let's just destroy this dark tower now, right? I mean, yeah, anywhere our cursor moves, we win. Power, again, it's wild that power is coming in along this path. So that's actually pretty wild to me, is the fact that the path that the power is choosing, it's not choosing to come up and over. It's choosing to go around, like, the left side all the way around. So that's something to note, is the pylon placement on this. Like, a pylon up here would do wonders. Like, one there, boom, just connect up to there and you'd be perfect. But it didn't want to do that. It did not want to do that. That's A-okay, not the end of the world. All we need to do now is take over the rest. So we need to find these units. There's a unit or two right here. We got a unit or three right here, which is perfect. Get them to start doing stuff. Yeah, that emitter is gone. Which is perfect. These just came online, which again is perfect. All that's left is really taking out this emitter. There's a tiny bit at the top there, which, you know, we'll take, of course. And I see this as kind of like high ground. And again, high ground is good ground. You just take the high ground, everything just comes to you, right? You can see, look at this. We got a bunch of units coming in. They'll be able to hold super easy. This high ground is the real thing that I want to take. It's very easy land to hold. It will allow us to take that very easily, which should just help put excess pressure, you know, win more levels of pressure on that emitter. So beautiful, so lovely. And yes, look at, yeah, it's just good like that. That's how you want it to look, right? Just a nice amount of things coming in there. It's breeding right now. No worries, no problems. We'll just hold it move this in. That will all just naturally die off, but I'll take it anyway. Because, you know, it's in the way. It's in the way. And we can just start the final march, right? This is the final march. We're going to have mortars raining down hell from the tops, clearing everything out. We're working on all sides. And power's just coming in nicely. Power's coming in nicely. No MRFs on this platform, but there's our nullifier, and this will end the map. That'll be our final nullification, of course. As you can see, just mortars, cannons, all being built. You can see it's very light over here. So one interesting thing is you can technically come over on this path, kinda. Like, if it could just hold... Well, I guess you really can't, because there's no AC there. Right? You can't cross the void with the AC. But it's close. It's close. But yeah, we have so much AC on this map that it doesn't matter anymore. Buzzonga will, of course, reclaim the rest of the map, which is right here. And this is that. I kind of like the path. I think wasting time over here was bad. I didn't realize it was that. Like, look at how big of a gap of units there is. Like, this is our landing area, right? Like, if the landing area looked like this, with just a couple of cannons in this, that would be fine. Like, cannon here, cannon here, cannon here, cannon there, fine. But no, it's just one mortar there, one mortar there. I did not realize that at the time. So that was a little bit of a problem on my part. Very silly of me. But that's A-okay, because, you know, we've done it. We got there in the end. I'm happy, and yeah, this has been more ways to skin a cat. Definitely, again, with making those mistakes, could have gone significantly faster, for sure. But not the end of the world. How'd we do? Pretty good overall. I see a 33. There's got to be someone that did in the 20s, right? No, 31. All right, you know, I'm content. I'm happy. Again, just had fun. I hope you did as well. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Take care.